Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to.
Hi guys.
Well, okay, I must tell you guys, before I jump in, we've had a frustrating morning. Sound checks throughout, and it's been awful. It's been annoying. It's been seriously annoying. So
And it's still not the way we want it. So what we're doing now is still not preferred choice.
back,
but whatever.
back to status quo.
We move.
You know what? So exactly, it's just been annoying. And guys, we have to apologize to you if you do hear a bit of a static or hear some of the sound, because in the last few episodes we've noticed that there's been some loud statics and we don't understand where this is coming from. Everything we use is still the same. No one is getting a new setting. No one is changing anything. But all of a sudden, we're having the war of the machines on our hands, and it's painful.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
anyways, but
Yeah.
we are committed to fixing this, and we are going to. Sir, calm down, Jola.
I need
calm
the woo,
down.
sir.
Yeah, exactly. But we're committed
Not to
to.
mention that your news is still at the back of my head. Let me tell you, but carry on.
We'll get to that. Very horrible news, horrific. But like I was saying, so we're committed to fixing this issue, and we're going to spend some money to fix this thing. Anyways, moving on.
Sure.
So, welcome to episode. Imagine this is episode 30, and we're
Episode
com-
30.
and we're
Yeah, when
complaining
I
like
made
this.
when we were on the notes, I saw 30. I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna mention that.
So yeah, episode 30. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us on this journey. For the fans that have joined, or for the people that are listening that joined recently, thank you. For the people that have been supporting us from the beginning, thank you. And for the people that will still support us, thank you. So yeah,
Yep.
This just in.
so I'll start with the first headline, which is, I heard this from a friend as well. My friend called me the other day, and I'm seeing it this weekend. So my friend called me the other day and said, Uforo, I was like, yeah. He said, Suicide Squad, it was good. I was like, what? He said, it was so good. And I was like, no way. And you wouldn't expect that from... No, I had high hopes for the movie. I'm not going to lie. So, because
Oh, did you?
I did. I've not seen it yet, so I can't judge. But I did because Idris Elba is someone that I normally respect in movies. But sorry, I'm going to have a little segue on this for a second. Just a brief second. But Idris Elba is someone I respect the movies. And then bringing in James Gunn from the Marvel world, who did, and I saw what he did with, and I've mentioned it a couple of times on this podcast, what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. And I saw the way the colorful nature, and I was trying to see if he can nail it. I was thinking, can he nail it? I wasn't so sure. And I think the nailing part would have been the comedic side as well, to the seriousness of DC or whatever. So I was trying to see, but apparently my friend said, nailed it, did such a good job. And that is why the headline, it is DC EU's highest rated movie so far. So that's huge. That's huge.
Well, good for them.
Good
They can
for
finally
them.
get a proper win.
A
Not
proper
Snyder
win,
Cut.
not all this rubbish.
Yeah.
Proper win. So I'm going to see it this week. I think I'm seeing it today, actually, this evening. So it will be something to cover another episode. But now for the segue, we ended up talking about, he said Idris Elba, then we talked about, we went from talking about Idris Elba to start talking about some black actors in at the top of their game. Because we talked about how good Idris Elba was, and he said Idris Elba was so good in that movie, like he couldn't take it, like it was. And then I now remember, he said Idris Elba was so good in that movie, and he's so happy that it's unfortunate because he's a Will Smith fan, big Will Smith fan, but Will Smith did not
Will
cut
Smith's
it.
version was
Like no, Will
I haven't
Smith,
seen it till today.
I've seen it. He said Will Smith was not the guy, and I was like, you know what? I also felt the same way. Like Will Smith is never the guy. Like I like Will Smith. I'm a big Will Smith fan, but Will Smith movies are meh. So
Me now. Oh yeah.
No.
I don't know what it is about. Anyway, go on. Sorry. finish
so
your point.
which is what. So I was not like Will Smith has a way with his movies that are just like, you're like, I'm not. You can't just. Sometimes you can't put your finger on it. Sometimes you can. And it's just like he's still Will Smithy for the movie. Like there's so like I don't even. It's like that taste. You can't just take it out of. He can't just. It's like he doesn't embody the role. You know how? Okay, so this is what I said.
Is there a movie coming to your head, by the way? Is there a particular Will Smith movie?
Almost whether it's Hancock, whether it is almost all the Will Smith.
I'm going to disagree on some level, but finish your point first.
So he was like, I mean, forget Pursuit of Happiness. That was a good movie. So there are some that where like he really did a good job, but I'm just looking across the board, like how we're looking at the levels of where he's supposed to be, like in the levels of greatness and stuff like that. And I'm not saying Idris Elba is still young in the game, like compared to maybe not young in the game, but I'm not putting Idris Elba there like that. So where we went from Will Smith to now talking about, even though these are older people, we talked about Samuel L. Jackson and we talked about Denzel Washington. Now we just said no. So both of us
that's not fair.
It's not fair, but it's right. So both of us just said Denzel and Samuel are like on a whole different.
Of course, that's why I said it's not fair. It's not fair.
Like
no.
Samuel L. Jackson takes his motherfucker vibe into almost every role he's in.
Yes.
But
okay.
Wait.
Go on.
But the mensch is like in every role. It goes well.
The roles I think. That's what I was going to say. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait. So you still expect him to say "you motherfucker" in the whole thing, but it works. You're like, makes sense. And then we now ended up talking about like Kingsman, the first one, where Samuel L. Jackson was there, and we're like,
I love
that he destroyed that role. Like
he
destroyed it. It was such an out of place role for him. Like for me, initially, like it is not something you see him doing. Like I was completely shocked when I was watching. I was like, wait, is this Samuel? you know that kind of thing. Like who is this guy? And this is why.
Yes, it was also as if his role there was almost as if you had used in James Bond, but you made Judi Dench's character Samuel Jackson or something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have expected that then.
You wouldn't have expected it. Like, he destroyed the role. He destroyed the character. He had the lisp. He was doing it so well. He was acting the guy the bad guy. Like, he was such a... You loved him as the bad guy. And at the same time, you were like, okay, I love this guy, the bad guy. And then you loved his antics of no blood and stuff like that. Like, myself and my friend, like, it was 2 days ago when we were just sat down there and adoring this guy called Samuel L. Jackson, saying, what a guy. And then we ended up talking about how he's the highest grossing movie actor of all time right now, because of also because of every cameo he has made in these Avengers. So all the gross this thing has just added to it. It was him and Harrison Ford that used to change every year. So it was like Harrison Ford will pass, he will pass. I know you don't.
Harris. No. I'm saying that to Harrison Ford.
Okay. I was like,
don't panic.
And I was going on here. So Harrison Ford will pass.
Sorry, I was making that crossing motion.
But then all of a sudden now, he has just blown Harrison Ford out of the water. And he just... So,
I'm guessing the Harrison Ford one is because of Star Wars.
It will be Star Wars.
Please don't mention. Don't mention. No. If you're going to mention what I think you're going to mention, don't worry. I don't want to hear it. Let's carry on. Go on.
So we now spoke about Samuel L. Jackson. I know we stayed on Samuel, but we also spoke about Denzel because Denzel is also a master of his craft. Same thing as well. Like, he has his swag. Denzel, you know how Denzel is. Denzel, and why we pick those two people, because they carry themselves into the roles. But always, the role, it always matches completely.
But with Will Smith, it doesn't always match.
There's not that sync.
That's what I was going to say. It's too Will Smithy, but he doesn't. I'm not sure he's always picking the right things.
That is what I'm trying to say. No, but if you say he's picking the right things, that's why I brought up Kingsman, because Kingsman was not that kind of like you have to understand. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and which he now said because he like, and I also like Will Smith said at the end of Will Smith is
So do
not.
I.
He said Will Smith is not an actor or something like maybe or he wasn't built an actor or something. But then I said, how would you rate Jamie Foxx? Because Jamie Foxx is another one that came in. He came into the acting game as a musician. I don't think obviously Jamie Foxx is not on the level of Samuel and Denzel, but Jamie Foxx is well on his way. He's doing so well well on his way. Still carries that whole Jamie Foxx to the but
if to whatever character he does, maybe except for when he did Ray.
Yeah,
everything else.
But the merge is showing like he keeps like in Django. You could see Jamie Foxx was still Jamie Foxx, but you enjoyed it. You were like, and this is what it's lacking with Will Smith. So it's like, yes, you can be Will Smithy, but
it doesn't. Yeah. Quick question. Who is more likable, Will Smith, Jamie Foxx?
I think Will
Who
Smith
has more of that charm?
I think Will Smith has.
Or maybe not charm. Sorry,
if you say likable, I say if you say likable, Will Smith. But if you say charm, if you're saying this different, there's a thing. If you use the word charm, I might go for Jamie Foxx because Jamie Foxx can have a way of a charm. But if you're saying likable, like people just like, and I think obviously we love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Obviously, a lot of people.
I was gonna say, are you saying likable and is Will Smith because of nostalgia?
It might be anything. It might be nostalgia. It might be many things. Like, and I think it's just likable. I think Jamie Foxx.
Because Will Smith has a more likable stats in the industry, obviously.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think you just automatically like Will Smith, but Jamie Foxx, you might have to listen to him slightly to say. Right. That's why I said charm, because when you charm someone, for you to charm someone, you have to talk. You have to do something. So I think Jamie Foxx, you might have to listen to him and say, oh. You know, you as in I want this thing. Will Smith is naturally likable, I think, and I think he's also going to be a funny guy to hang around with, like stuff like that, and he'll probably have deep sides to him as well. So I think they can be pretty on par. I think so. I think you can have. I think you just have different, and they're both comedians, so you different vibes to it as well.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Yeah, we're doing a bit of a back and forth in the headlines today. So, Stranger Things season 4 is premiering next year, 2022, and I put this because it was later than I expected. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I think I expected probably like the end of this year or something. So yeah, I was a bit surprised, but all good. Go on.
Yeah, also, I saw there's a Stranger Things game. I've not played it. I saw it on my Game Pass, and I'm like,
It will be one of those indie type, small kind of stuff. Anyway, it's not going to be a large scale thing. But
alright. So
you're not into the show as I am, are you? So you're not really into Stranger Things.
I'm meant to. That is good. I keep having reminders to catch up. So I am going to make sure to catch up on it. Like, it's something that I want to do. So I like the show. So it's not like I don't like it. I'm not just as into it as you, but I like it. Okay. Also, for South Park fans like me, like moi, I'm a big South Park fan. Love Randy Marsh, love Eric Cartman. Yes, my characters. I should get a Randy Marsh and Eric Cartman shirt as well. Yeah, I saw this as well. Huge deal for South Park. A lot of money. I think it was like a lot of millions. I saw it. It was like not a small deal. So they're going to do 14 movies, and they're going to have a game, and they're going to have more seasons. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Like, this is a change moment. We are going to cash it. well,
okay.
We're going to cash it. We're going to make this money.
I know you are a big South Park fan. I don't mind South Park. I just don't follow it. When I see it on TV, randomly, I watch it.
Just watch it. You know what?
Okay. But I don't follow. I don't go looking for it or anything. But I know it is interesting.
In my group where we talk about football a lot, we bring in a lot of South Park referencing because most of us like South Park. Now, it's funny because when everything that is happening in the world is happening, we're living in the world of South Park, whether it's Donald Trump or this, because South Park just predicted all
those things.
All these things, and we're like, oh my god. Someone comes in and does something so stupid like gluing their hair with super glue, and you're like, huh? What? South Park has probably made a reference to something as stupid as this. You're like, wait, people are just the world right now. We're living a South Park episode because a lot of things are crazy. And speaking of which, their pandemic episode was they had a
I've saw bits of that.
Yeah, that was nice, and some other things. So they always have new things, and I like the fact that they don't mind touching every nerve,
pushing buttons.
Then so a major character from Assassin's Creed Odyssey is reportedly coming to the future Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC. So I wonder who. Do you know the major character?
Hell no. I don't play Assassin's Creed.
Let me tell you something.
I tried playing the first Assassin's Creed and I wasn't really vibing with it. And since then I haven't tried again. But I know these later ones they have environments that call to me more. They have environments that I'm more interested in trying, in checking. But those earlier ones that, okay, so then you're going into a dream, so you stand from one point, you dive down, I'm like, yeah.
No. But everyone has, it's just that, okay, every Assassin's Creed is about you jumping into the past and going into a dream, per se. But that they stopped dreaming, they stopped making the point of the dream too much, or jumping into the omnibus. I think that's omnibus, omnibus or something like that. They've stopped jumping into it like that. And then
why did Frosty even go on?
Yeah. So they stopped doing it, like they stopped making references to it so much. But I believe in the beginning they did it a lot because we were getting into the story. They were trying to build the story. And Assassin's Creed 1 till date, I know there's a lot, but that was one of my favorites because I really it was why I say that is because I was following the story to T. Yes. I was learning everything I remember playing, it was in my uni days. I'll sit there in my room with the big TV that wasn't a flat screen TV that time, with my big Xbox, and I'm sitting there playing Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, whoa, this is so much fun. You can dive in, you can do this eagle eye, all those things. But it was a good game, and then I continued playing it continuously, but then I fell out because obviously the franchise was getting bigger, they were making a lot of money, and then they now started trying to make, when you try and make the story bigger, go to this one's past, go to a different era, here, different era there. And I think I just fell out with it at that point because I was like, I downloaded the last one, and then when I bought the last one when I bought my Xbox X or whatever, One X, yeah, when I bought that one. And then when I bought it and I was playing it, it was seeming a lot more, when the game is a lot harder than you think. It's difficult, like the controls. It was annoying. Like it was
getting
annoying,
more complicated.
Yeah, you're like
I came here to play something.
I came to press X, press Y, and just press or in your case it will be box and triangle. Press box and triangle to just you
can just say square, triangle.
Square and triangle to block and to hit somebody. Now you're telling me I have to tap that one, go upside down and do that. I'm like, yeah, this is annoying. I just stopped playing. But
yeah. Are you planning to go back anytime soon?
No. So
Valhalla isn't catching your attention.
I think I might get Valhalla, but let's see.
That's if it's free, not that you spend money to buy it.
Right,
there we go.
Right on the
That's
money.
the only way. Me too. If I get it, someone has it, then I can test it. But me, I'm not dropping money for Assassin's Creed.
Right on the money. Right on the money.
Okay. So a few Marvel's what if related news. So we have so the what if writers pitched a Star Wars crossover with Luke Skywalker. Apparently they wanted to do it, and I think more or less they told them, okay, look, what if it already gives you the entire MCU universe to play with. don't push your boundaries. Just stick to where you are. Don't say you want to now dive into a whole different world, and well, so here we are. I think they just thought Luke would make a good Avenger, whatever that means. Anyway, Peggy Carter's.
Yeah, some of the Force.
Honestly, I don't care because I'm not like a stan. He should keep his Force, Jerry. Peggy Carter's Captain Britain. I didn't even realize this before. I've been seeing the image, but it didn't even occur to me that it's a British flag, not American. So anyway, Peggy Carter's Captain Britain will appear in every season of Marvel's What If. Did you realize this was Captain Britain, not Captain America?
Did I realize this? That what?
You know how he's Captain America?
Yeah.
So Peggy is going to be Captain Britain.
Oh, I didn't.
Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, me too. The head writer, A.C. Bradley, confirmed that the events of What If are all canon, like it's all part of the MCU universe. So everything that's going to happen is canon, whatever. Because they're not going to, bring up random shit. And finally, Chadwick Boseman is apparently going to voice T'Challa in 4 of the episodes of What If. So that's nice. Probably some of the last few things he did, So,
yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, sad story. You know what? I'll just use this to peg on the sad. Well, should I? No, I think it's no. We'll leave it.
Well, you want to choke it in now?
Yeah, I was gonna just choke it
but,
in.
Well, yeah, I guess you can leave it with the last thing. Yeah, the last bit of info. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So move on.
Yeah, let me move on. So Ryan Reynolds wanted to make Deadpool a short with the hunter that killed Bambi's mom. Ryan Reynolds just.
Did you hear this? Yeah, he mentioned it on. He had this IG live, IG live interview with IGN. So I actually watched it. So he was saying it there that he wanted to do that. Very weird, like wanting to interview the hunter and to see what were his motivations or some random stuff like that. You know how Deadpool is, how Ryan Reynolds is.
Yeah, very random guy. Also, they should just focus on bringing out Free Guy. Let's just understand that.
Exactly, Free Guy. So
they should focus on that first before they start trying to.
No, but apparently Free Guy is not bad.
No, focus on bringing it out.
Because it pays.
Is it out yet?
It's out. I don't know if it's out everywhere. I think no. It's about to. I think it's out for press, reviewers, blah blah blah. Then out for the masses should be very very soon. I think, if not already. So yeah.
Then Star Wars announced a new R2D2 Tamagotchi that costs $20 coming out on November the 11th.
Did you ever have a Tamagotchi?
Nope.
You never had one. You never played with one. You didn't even play one. You didn't check one. See one live, like in real life. Never.
Nah.
Really?
Nah. I was.
It was a thing at a point, so I'm surprised you didn't even see one. You may not have owned one.
I was a rash child.
For you guys who don't know, Raz is supposed to be like uncool. The slang for being uncool.
No, it's more than uncool. It's local. I was raised in the village.
Okay. But yeah,
I saw
nobody
one.
has time for Tamagotchi.
I played with one. I think if some people I knew had one, so I've definitely tapped it. I said, "What's this rubbish?" But yeah, I understand.
What's this rubbish? Funny enough, even if anyone remembers, the Dreamcast back then had a mini version of theirs because the memory thing. Did you have a Dreamcast?
I was also a local child.
So it had a memory thing that you could also have a pet on there that take care of. So yeah, just a fun.
Oh, that thing was annoying. I didn't have a Dreamcast. My cousin had a Dreamcast, but all those horrible take care of pet things. You feed them, you do stuff. Oh.
Virtual pets. Yeah. I definitely had a Tamagotchi, a red one. I used to wear it around my neck at a point.
You look like the type.
Yeah, but I was like, how old was I? Like,
Does not matter.
Anyway.
You look like that.
I was really young, like 10 or something.
Don't touch my time. I got you. No,
I don't think I went that far.
I
No.
don't know. Maybe you say, I need
No,
to feed
I
my
did
baby
not go that
today.
far.
You're nasty.
I was definitely also going as far as to say, oh, my baby. No. See, my baby type is all those people who had Barbies and would be like, oh, my Barbie's hair is not. No, I was never that type. I think I tried to be that type where, okay, I have a Barbie. Let me try. It did not merge well.
It didn't work
I was
out.
like, okay, how am I going to sit and
You're like-
spend time brushing the hair of a dog?
You're like, what
Yeah.
is this rubbish?
Yes. Anyway, another update on our friendly Blizzard. So, Blizzard's president has stepped down, in the face of all the stuff that happened lately, as we know, and he's being replaced by co-leaders Jen O'Neill and Mike. I'm guessing this is Yobara. But yeah, Jen O'Neill sounds like a female, so I guess they needed some female male blood in there for a change. I don't know. Maybe they haven't had in the history. I have no idea. I'm just speculating here. But yeah, he stepped down. And in Olympic news, I'm not following it like that. Like, I'm not watching the Olympics.
I'm kind of watching it.
People have heard. But yeah, they've been paying a lot of homage to anime and animations and stuff. So most recently, Kieran Badlow, sorry if that's not how the name is said, but he won a gold medal for the Netherlands during the men's windsurfing competition, and he did it with his hair cut in like Avatar Aang's shape, like the arrow on your head.
Yeah.
So he cut his hair like that, in that shape of the arrow, and like you saw the picture, right?
Yeah,
and
I saw
dyed it blue.
Yeah.
So that was nice, and other athletes have done the same thing. So you had a and a nice one, and you had some people who their outfits was like also from Avatar. It was like the yin and yang, the pond in the water nation that had the koi fish swimming together. Yeah. And there was also the guy that did Gear's second stance when he wanted to start his own, and the guy that did Frankie's super stance as well. But yeah, they've been doing it, so I think it's nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
not bad at all. Yeah, it's good to pay homage. I mean, they were in Japan, so why not? If you watch anime,
Exactly.
pay some homage to Japanese people as well.
Absolutely.
Well, the content that they create. So now Jola saw a list and also sent it to me, and I think it's been going around on the social media space and news and everything. So top 10 exclusives of all time for both PS and Xbox. So I'm doing the Xbox and Jola will take the PS. So I'll start from number 10.
Of course. Unless you want to switch it around. Just because.
Of course.
Do you want to switch it around?
No. So the first...
I don't worry. Me too. I don't want to do. Our games are... Let me not get into that. Go on.
So the first one is Geometric Wars. I mean, I'll start with number 10, then I'll go up to number 1. So the first one is Geometric...
Yep.
No, at number 10, we have Geometric Wars Retro Evolved. And that was on the live arcade for 360. Don't think I ever played it, but yeah.
Okay.
Then number 9 was Dead Rising. I think I touched that a little bit. That was on 360 as well. A lot will be on 360, and then, because this new gen just came out, and I think a lot of the
a lot will be new gen, of course.
And then a lot of the games, because it's exclusive of all times, it might just be the old really 360 and Xbox or PS2, PS3, all those era. But let's see. I don't know.
I think you will find a lot of us. Carry on.
In the new era. Then,
not new, but I mean in PS4 time. Go on.
Yeah. Then the next one, number 8, we have Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is more of like a pirate kind of genre
Sounds
thing.
like
So I think they even imbibe some things that are like from the Pirates of the Caribbean and some other things. So they make some of those stories like that. So if you are into that, you'll really enjoy it. So it's open world fan. I don't think I've played it. I've seen it. I did not download it. It's on Game Pass at the moment. So I think it's also. I think this is more Xbox One and 360. So this is more recent. Then we have at number 7, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. This was a good one as well. So yeah, this was a really good one. Then number 6 we have Ori and the Blind Forest. This game was a top game. Came out Xbox One 2015. Top game. Anybody that played it really enjoyed it. I played it, did not finish it. Seriously enjoyed it.
But it
was really good. It's one of those games that you're like, and it's not about, it's a story and base. Obviously, I think it's more 2D. Not, should I say 2D? It's not like, it's not the world where you're playing like 3, you're shooting. It's more like a world you're going like this and jumping, like how Mario looks on Mario World and the rest. So it was a really good game. Then we had at number 5, which is not surprising, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So Elder Scrolls was a really good game. They have Skyrim, they have all those games under them. So really top game. That came out. I still have it on this one. It's still open. That came out on 360. One of the best games that have been played, like, because it's the world. It's like playing World of Warcraft but in a different way. It's not about the graphics, it's about more. Then we have number 4 all-time favorites, Gears of War. We know the whole Gears of War flagship. So we came from the beginning, Gears of War 1 to now. Gears of War has never failed us. Also, Chainsaw Gun. I one of the games I lined up for in my life, release 12 a.m.
Yes, Gears of War.
Yeah.
Really?
Myself, yeah.
You lined up.
Yeah, in the night, like brand new was coming out. I was there in the night. I can't forget. It was in Coventry. It was the night. Lined up at the game shop. My friend was there, lined up as well. I didn't have as much money as him, so I just bought the game. He had a little bit more money, so he bought the game and the gun. I remember he carried the gun. We used to keep it up. Yeah, really nice. Then number 3. Another all-time favorite, one of my best games, one of the best stories I've ever played, Fable. Seriously good. I cannot wait for because I think they are working on a new Fable that is going to come out on this new gen. It's going to be Fable. When it comes to story, I've not played the game the game is seriously good. You build your character like Fable 1, Fable 2. Oh, I enjoy Fable so much. Can't lie. Then at number 2 we have Forza Horizon 4. Seriously good game. That was it. I got it. It was on the Series X. I got it for free that time as well. But it's free because it's Game Pass. Not Series X, sorry. Yeah. 1X. And I got it. And I got it for that. I got it that time. It was really, really good. Enjoyed it because it was open world as well. So it's open world, so people are driving as well. Like and it's like, yeah, you know what open world means. And so you can just get to race with somebody and stuff like that, or do some stuff. Then the Forza Horizon 5 is one of the games that everybody's looking forward to. Looks absolutely beautiful. It's coming out this year, or is it coming out this year? I'm not so sure, but I believe it was spoken about, and it's going to be on Series X. Then and then the number one is Halo Combat Evolved. So I'm curious as to why Halo Combat Evolved, like the Combat Evolved, is number 1. I mean, Halo, one of my all-time favorites as well. Really, really good game. Really enjoy Halo. Can't lie, all of them. But I don't know how. Did I play Combat Evolved? Not so sure. Or is the Combat Evolved everything? I didn't really read what they said about what Combat Evolved, but Halo 1, enjoyed it. Halo 2 was Catalyst, top game. Any of the Halos that Master Chief was on was like, you just follow Master Chief's story. I've already downloaded the last Halo. It's on my and I'm going to start playing it at some point. So these are the top 10 games of all time for.
Would you switch out anything for anything, or would you put something else at number 1 for you personally, or anything like that, in terms of what you have enjoyed compared to like a general survey that they used?
I would have said, oh yeah, I'm going to move Gears of War.
According to sales.
I would have said, oh yeah, I'm going to move Gears of War up and blah, blah, blah. But when I see those number 1 to 4, a pretty strong lineup. Yes, you can switch Halo for Gears of War, but not really at the same time, because Halo has its own vibe, and Halo, when it comes to you know how you have that COD and you play COD online versus stuff like that. Halo did it well from the beginning. Back in the time, Halo had always nailed that very well. Like team capture the flag, team battles, all those things online was something that. So apart from that, Halo was more. So I don't think I can switch it. Forza as well is a racing game. I allow it to be there because the visual is really, really good. I cannot take it away from Forza. Fable, when it comes to story, it's like you can't beat another RPG like this. So I believe that top 4 should be the way they are. The rest, I'm okay with it. So I'm not going to switch them out or switch them up or something like that. So I think I like that. It's alright for me.
Okay. Alright, well, for PlayStation, we have the top first party exclusives, right? And at number 10, we have Gran Turismo. We have Gran Turismo 3, and that's on PlayStation. Well, A-Spec, on PlayStation 2, rather. I never played Gran Turismo, I don't think, so maybe a demo, like a long, long time ago, I think. But yeah, at number 9 we have Infamous 2, and that's on PlayStation 3. I still have Infamous 1 and 2 on my PlayStation 3. I never finished playing either one, though not because it wasn't interesting. I just never fully committed to doing so. And if I can, I will at some point. But the brief times that I did play it, it was interesting. So yeah, that's nice. Number 8, you have Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal on PS2. I was never really a Ratchet and Clank fan. If I'm going to play a game like that, I go for the Crash Bandicoot types, Sonic, all that. But Ratchet and Clank, yeah, I've played like a demo for Ratchet and Clank, that's for sure. But again, it was never really my thing. But I'm not surprised it's there because people like Ratchet and Clank. At number 7, we have Shadow. You like Ratchet and Clank? Well, there you go. It's not bad, but if I'm I'd rather just go for like Crash, man. But yeah. At 7, you have Shadow of the Colossus on PlayStation 2. I never played this game, and people mention it a lot. Like, you hear Shadow of the Colossus a lot, but I never played it till today. I've never played it. But yeah, I'm not surprised at the same time. At number 6, though, we have Horizon Zero Dawn and my girl, Aloy. And obviously that's on PlayStation 4. Was a little surprised it was at 6, but when I saw the others, I was like, right, I see. At number 5, you have Ghost of Tsushima. Surprised it was at number 5 as well, but yeah. On PlayStation 4, because again, people love Ghost of Tsushima. It's really good. I haven't finished it yet, but still on my gameplay. Number 4, you have Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, and this is on PlayStation 3. And honestly, I'm not surprised either, because the Uncharted series is mad fun. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is really, really, really good. And I guess the only thing there is the fact that they picked part 2 specifically. They didn't say Uncharted series. They said part 2.
What would you do if Uncharted came to Xbox? How would you feel about that? Would you mind?
It has finished. So
if they made another one, if they decided to make one, then
I know it's going downhill from there. And I'll be like, really? Naughty Dog? Really? you guys have been doing PlayStation since, and now you want to port to that means if Uncharted goes to Xbox, it means they are carrying The Last of Us, and they don't bond them well to try it. They don't bond them well, so I will be pained because Uncharted and The Last of Us are very near and dear to me, very near and dear. So that one will hit me in the gonads. Gonads I don't have, but yeah.
You develop gonads and then allow it to hit you, and then you'll be paid.
Exactly. Exactly. That one will hurt. Definitely. So, but yeah, Uncharted at number 4. At number 3, you have Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man on PS4, and this is not the Miles Morales; it's the original. Again, I'm not surprised. Spider-Man was.
I played that one as well. It was really good.
Yeah. Like just the swinging alone, it's so fun just to swing around the city. Like
to understand how to swing as well how to swing was a little bit intense initially. Then when you now discover how to swing, and you're like, okay,
how to swing and cut corners. Yeah.
You see,
really
guys, you see how I'm a fair person. In all the games, I mean, we can say kudos to whatever.
I will explain to you.
But don't worry. It's alright.
No, you want to say that we are fair because you can get the vibe, the hype on PlayStation games, right?
Because I've played some of them. I've actually sat down to give it a chance and say, oh, let me play a PlayStation game, or let me not just be closed-minded as some people will have me.
I'm not closed-minded. No, I'm not.
It wasn't about you. I'll just say generally in this case of...
Okay, that's fair. But I want to say, I'm not closed-minded, but I've always said to you that it's funny that it happens that way, that a lot of the Xbox games don't necessarily appeal to me. Only a few here and there that I'm like, oh, okay. But they generally don't appeal to me. So even the list you gave is maybe things like Fable. I don't know a lot about it.
I'm trying to say can I say that there are many games that you like, that I've heard you like
on PlayStation that are similar.
That I can give you on Xbox as well. I'm not trying to say that I will give you the list now, but I say I can't think of it now. But I'm trying to say I can give you a list and say, oh, here's this one, here's this one, here's this one. So
sure, if you do that, then that's cool. Maybe maybe from looking at it, I can't easily tell. Or the ones that are most them Gears of War, for example, I would rather play Call of Duty than that. Same with Halo. If that makes sense. I played Halo before, but that was a very long time ago. So Halo seems like it's more in line with something like Destiny or what's it called? Not Nightfall. There's one of that. Titanfall, maybe something like that, than COD. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not close-minded like that.
No, I didn't say you. I just said.
I feel like they don't tend to appeal. Whatever. Yeah. Anywho, at number 2, of course, another Naughty Dog. We have The Last of Us, but this is part 1 specifically. The Last of Us on PlayStation 3. And and then number 1, guys, we just did some silent communication. So you're wondering why that went quiet. Anyway, and number one, guess what number 1 is? Guess what number 1 is?
God of War now.
Guess.
It's not difficult to guess.
Of course. Yeah, anyway, number 1, God of War, PlayStation 4. And yeah, that's what it is. Which, of course, like almost everybody on this planet has played. So,
apart from me.
Good thing. And, well, you've never played it before. You've never played it. Never. Really? Why did I feel like you said you've like played it on somebody's PlayStation? Oh, okay. That's unusual. I'm surprised, very surprised. Okay. I'm very, very surprised about that. But alright. And last it's not last. We have 2 things. I'll say the first one and before will tell us the next. So Thea White, the voice of Muriel in Courage the Cowardly Dog. We all remember Courage the Cowardly Dog from when we were growing up. The cartoon on, was it Cartoon Network? Yeah, or something. Or Nick at least, I think.
It was.
It had for 52 episodes. She voiced Muriel. That was the old lady that was married to that mean man, watching over Courage, and she passed away at the age of 81. So,
Kai.
yeah.
Kai. I saw everything. I just wait before I talk.
Yeah.
That was not the right one. But
That's not
anyways,
the right one, but yeah, that one is more like
It's more
that's
very
not sad. That's more like
funny.
blunder.
There was another
Oh, yeah,
one that was
sure.
supposed
Go
to
on.
play a song, but I picked it wrongly. Anyways,
Yeah,
yeah, I really enjoyed Courage. Courage was one of my
Courage.
quite one of
You know,
my
it's a very odd cartoon. I'm
Odd
not sure
cartoon.
if it will fly in today's world.
yeah all
It
cartoons,
was
but-
very wrong in many of the things they used
Yeah.
as humor.
yeah, but I enjoyed Courage so much. I loved Muriel, the old man, the
Yeah.
husband, as in everything. I mean, one of my favorite lines in when Muriel became 3 years
I
old because of the
Yeah.
whole thing. And she said, "I'm Muriel. I'm only 3.5 years old. Who are you?" So that's how she's always talking
Yes,
to.
remember
Well,
that.
I can never forget because Courage was now taking care of her. And she was getting younger and younger, and that's how she was annoying Courage because
okay.
she would always be saying, "I'm
Nice.
Muriel. I'm only 3.5 years old. Who are you?"
Yeah.
And then Courage,
Yeah.
and then the beginning of the Courage story, when the intro, I always enjoy the intro of Courage.
That's what I'm about to do. I want to do something to. I
Oh
want
yeah,
to
go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna do the what comes to my head first is the abuga buga buga,
Yeah,
and then he
that's-
goes.
Really enjoyed Courage. Really enjoyed it. So it was one of those things that
Yeah,
I was now trying. So Courage was awesome. So yeah.
yeah, it was.
Anyways, the next.
Are you
one-
dropping your news now? Prepare
Yeah.
your minds and your hearts, guys. Go on.
So there's been a sentencing of a lady, and this lady left basically a very sad one. You know, this is why sometimes young mothers, young mothers do a lot. A lot of young mothers do a lot, but sometimes age is really something that tells on how you. I'm not trying to say that's the reason. I'm trying to say like
Okay.
sometimes responsibilities and priorities come with an older mind, and I'm not saying that's the reason, and that's not an excuse. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
it's crazy how these things can happen, and you see that it's someone very young or something like this, and you're like, what? So this girl, she had a baby, and baby was really young, and she was turning 18. Her 18, so baby was 20 months old, and then it was her 18-year-old birthday, and the next thing she left the baby and went to go and celebrate this birthday, and as she went to go and celebrate the birthday, left the baby with no help, no care, no looking after, nobody there, nothing, no grandma, no grandpa, no neighbor, nothing. Baby that cannot even clean themselves, 20 months, and left the baby for 6 days.
Ah.
You are partying in Birmingham and different places. 6 days. Partying with your boyfriend. 6 days.
6 days, guys. 6 days. A grown person can barely I think what they used to say, a human being can maybe go max, was it 7 days they used to say?
7 days or
Without
something. Yeah.
Food
and water.
or something like, yeah. And then a baby, a newborn. 6
The
days, you leave a
The
baby.
highest.
You go and come back. And what? Where are you coming back to expect? Oh, hi, baby. I don't. It's maddening, man.
It's maddening.
Like, how do you do that?
The highest I've done to myself is go for like, if I count from sleep to this day, maybe go to almost 6 o'clock. So that's about 18 hours, maybe almost 20, to almost a 20-hour day. Like I've not eaten anything, but I've drank water, but I've not eaten anything. And your mind will be busy. You'll be moving around. You're not thinking of food like that. But I know how I felt.
But you feel it in your tummy. Your tummy, you feel the hunger.
When I was done, I wanted to eat the whole world. If you had presented cow in front of me without cooking it, I would have destroyed it because I was hungry. So now imagine 6 days, and that poor baby was alive when she came to see the baby. Because baby is dead now. When she came back, baby was alive, was barely surviving. So the baby that's torture.
Managed.
You know
Torture.
that's torture. So your mother tortured you like that for a flimsy birthday that you have year in,
Every
year
year.
out.
Like, what is it? Like 6 days. Like, that is
What
the
was she?
height of...
All the friends and all the people she was partying with, when they asked, well, how is your baby? Because I'm sure they knew. Where did she say the baby was? The baby was, she put food in
Maybe
front.
she told them,
put food
oh,
in-
I dropped the baby off somewhere.
Oh, I put food in. Wait, what did she do? She went to go and put dog bowl or what and put food in front of the baby. Here is cereal. Here is milk.
Yeah.
Here is beef.
When you're hungry, eat
Here
it.
is this. So eat this one, eat this one. This maybe the baby used to gist with her. Who knows whether the baby can talk or what's the point? As I'm trying to understand the mindset.
Like the mindset.
The baby go
It's
and
not a normal thing. It's not
and such a fine baby. Was the baby going to go and change herself? Does she know how to change diaper herself? Does she used to go and shower? Was the baby so self-sufficient that you're like, okay, the stove is there, I've left gas, I've kept money on the table, order Uber if you're hungry, you know, that kind of thing. Because I don't understand the thinking.
The thought process there at all. And the thing is, a girl like that wouldn't leave something of hers, an inanimate thing. She wouldn't leave it there for a while.
Can
But
she
a
leave her
baby, a
phone for
living
6
thing.
days?
Exactly. Phone, she won't leave. For the battery to die out and stuff, she won't leave. But a human being, your own baby, from you leave. Like it. I don't like. And I'm still saying, age is not even a thing. You can't say, oh, she's 18, she didn't know better. That is not a no better situation.
It's not a
If
no
you say
better.
you are not, if you say you are hardly cleaning your baby, like properly bathing every day, multiple times, whatever, cleaning the baby very well. If you say that the girl hasn't properly learned how to take care of a baby, you can maybe understand that one. They need to teach her better. But when it comes to you just leave the baby, completely leave it, that one is not even age. You are not okay.
No, she's
You
not.
cannot just leave a
for a
living person.
birthday. I mean, if she left the baby for 1 day, still arrestable offense.
Yes.
And we'll now say she's so stupid and so young. She went to go and party all night and came back to come and this
and
thing.
came back.
But
You say that's
1,
irresponsible, all that
2,
stuff.
3,
3,
4,
4.
5, 6.
To get to 6.
She wanted that.
Man.
She wanted that baby to die. She wanted to kill that baby. That's how I see it as murder. And I heard that she was sentenced. The sentencing was manslaughter. It was also that it was manslaughter and it was that she would do 9 years or something. And I was so annoyed. I was like,
Yeah, they're probably looking at age.
They said no,
looking
no, and
because
the judge or something said that because she probably did not intend harm for the baby. I mean, that is intended harm.
Which one is not intent harm? You leave someone for 6 days. How is that not intention?
That's
You
what I
can't
was
say
saying.
you went, your train was late, I didn't get down. That one is I come back next day.
That's next day.
6
No,
days.
you fed the baby, you kept the baby to sleep. You said, let me go out. The baby it sleeps through the night. So let me go out. You now travel to Birmingham. I think the girl is in London. So it's not like, she lives in the West Midlands. Oh, she's in West Midlands. Sorry, she traveled to London.
West Midlands.
So
Yes.
now you stay in the West Midlands. So you said, let me travel to London quickly overnight. My baby sleeps and wakes up at, maybe you know your baby's pattern, 9 a.m. That's when your baby looks for you. Doesn't wake up throughout the night, peace, whatever. And then maybe you say you come back in the night, then train, they just cancelled all the train, destroyed everything. So you now came back at like 2 o'clock p.m. We will even call you mad and crazy, but you can salvage that and nobody will even know what happened. But you slept, you woke up. 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 Then you now came back. And then you had the gall to see your baby almost dying and call paramedics. For what? To do what?
For what?
You've already killed the baby.
But even if you wanted to get rid of the baby and you say you don't want the baby anymore, why is it that way? You didn't say go and drop your baby anywhere with people. Somebody will pick the baby up and take the baby somewhere. Anywhere.
All I'm even saying that you can be wicked. You can go to police station. You can go to anywhere. You can even call childminder and say, come and say, I'll pay you for 1 hour. Or you say, I'm coming back in 1 hour. Then you now pack your load and run away and leave.
And run away. But you sure left the baby with someone.
And then the childminder cannot do anything but hold the baby for 6 days. And then call child service, everything. They will now collect that baby from you at the end of the day.
Yes.
You can even claim that, you went quickly somewhere then they drugged you, you were whatever, and you didn't come back. It's until 6 days later you realize what happened, and you're so sad. As in, you can either fight for your baby, but the baby can be taken away from. They can even give you jail time for 1 year or some months for negligence. But 6 days, 20 months with nobody, awful,
Wickedness.
awful.
Wickedness. One would want to say they should put her somewhere for 6 days. Don't give her food or anything too.
She won't survive.
Let's
now.
see. Let's have you experience what you put your baby through. But
She will not survive.
this is not. The world shouldn't run on tit for tat.
She will not survive.
But just imagine for her, like go through the experience you put your baby through. Let's see how you do. And we'll come and check on you each day, ask you how you're feeling, and let's see how you do.
Awful,
Anyway.
awful. Anyways, let's just.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, it was just something
So-
that we
so
talked
painful
about,
thing.
and it's awful.
Prior, yeah.
Awful what happens in the world of today.
Telling
So quickly, our main content is about. Well, we just want to run through the summer anime list for 2021, and maybe speak of the things that we are watching. Are you seeing anything?
What I'm watching from Sir.
No, I'm going to run through the list. Don't worry, I'm going to say.
Okay,
what-
you run through the list.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
no.
you run through the list first, then we talk about the ones we are so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
some of them, I'm trying to.
Don't worry, it doesn't have to be the full list.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you some names. Like, so there's one that's called the slime, that reincarnated slime. I can't remember the name. I don't want to say the Japanese name.
Well,
I
okay,
know
so
it.
this is a recurring season 2 type one.
No,
not
I
an
knew.
original.
No, I'll do new ones as well.
I knew.
So
okay.
the that one is
Fine.
and it's scroll and what's okay. You know what? I was going to do top 20 of what is out right now in summer.
Okay.
So the first
Okay.
one is like I said, it's that slime. So slime is number 1 at the moment, second season. I never finished season 1. I was enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. It's something I was really enjoying. But
Really? Yeah, I think I remember you telling me the text line.
So I'm still going to go back and continue watching. I just kept it on the back burner. I think the main character is too OP, so I said let me just hold it for now and watch it later. Then the second, then number 2, there's another second season, but I don't know what this is. This is Kobayashi-san Chino something, Maid Dragon. So season 2.
Okay.
Not
Okay,
seeing it.
okay.
Not really
Me too.
interested in it as well. Then number 3, I stumbled up. I just started watching number 3 as well. Number 3 is the Chinese. The Japanese name is Tante wa Mo. That's what it's called.
Huh?
Tante wa Mo.
Can you say that normally?
Tante wa Mo.
I wanted it without the flair. Okay, what's the English name supposed to be?
The English name, which they don't have it on this site that I'm missing, but I'll tell you. 1 second, just give me 1 second. I'm checking. The English name is. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's one detective something, and that's what I'm trying. It's a detective.
Oh,
thing.
the detective that is dead or something like that.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh
that's the one.
yeah, I know it.
Yeah, so I just
The detective is already dead or something.
Yeah, the detective is already dead. So I just started watching it, and I just started watching it, and that I didn't think it was. I just clicked on it and said, "Let me just see what it's about." But funny enough, it's not bad at all. Something that I'm enjoying so far. Like there's a story there. There's a storyline there. There's a little bit of detective thing, like in the sense of I am what's the name? Like a little bit of Sherlock Holmesy kind of thing. So it's a bit of an interesting one. Then the next one, I was just meant to run through the list, not say what I'm watching. I started mixing it up.
We're supposed to keep that till later. Yeah, run through them.
Then it's Vanitas no Carte, which I think is like a vampire or something thing, or detective all day. I'm not watching that one either, but I'll move on.
Okay.
Then there's Kana, that numbers 5, Kanojo Kanojo.
Oh, the girlfriend one. Nah.
Is that, nah.
I know that one. Nah, I know that one. I mean, yeah. It's not your cup of tea. And even me, I don't think I have the energy to check it. The fact that it's already about 2 girls, 1 guy, it already pisses me off because it's going along those harem type line. Anyway, go on.
Then there's another one which is Bokutachi no Rimaki. So
Remake, actually.
okay, no remake.
Bokutachi no remake. I know that one. It's remake our life.
Are you watching it?
Okay, we'll move on. Yes, I've only watched when we get there. But go on.
Then there's Genji Tsusuji Kyusha no Okuku Saikeki.
This is interesting. Okay.
Okuku Saikeki. I'm giving the names quick. I'm doing it.
Genjutsu something.
But I know
this one.
Yeah, you know.
What is it?
I've watched like 2 episodes of it or 3 episodes. It's like brought in to remake the world or something like that. I don't know, or it's like a isekai or something like that. But I'm trying to. He came in from another world, and he's
supposed to. He's giving. They gave him something that he's supposed to use.
He's a king now of this world, and he's now supposed to. How a realist hero rebuilds the kingdom. That's the English name.
Right. Okay.
Then the next one is number 8. Otome Game no Hamesu Flag Shikanai.
Okay. And
Akuyaku
the English.
Reiju ni Tensei Shiteshishi Mata. I'm purposefully saying these names so that you guys have a kick out of it, because it's like I never read the Japanese names. I only go.
You don't.
And some names are long.
Yes. Sorry, guys. We don't speak Japanese, so we are just trying our best here. Go on.
That's number 8. That one is fantasy, comedy, romance. I don't have the English transformation. I mean,
okay, go on. What did you say it started with? That's what was the first.
Otome Game no Hamesu Flag Shikanai.
Don't worry.
Akuyaku Reijo ni Tensei Shiteishi Mata. Aye. And then there's ... X at the end.
Oh. Okay. I think this is My Next Life as a Villainess. I know this one. Otome, I think it's actually, yeah, I know the one.
Oh, you just, it's at the end.
Otome, you can say it like game, I don't know. Otome Game no Hametsu Flag Shikanai. I think it's supposed to be like they say it in one word. Shikanai.
They didn't put any dash here.
No, they didn't put dash, but I recognize hearing Shikanai. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, it's My Next Life as a Villainess. I've heard of this one. Is this not a season? Is this? Oh, okay. I thought maybe they were on the 2nd season, but yeah.
And then the next one, number 9.
It's also an isekai type.
Yeah, it looks like the next one is Sunny Boy. So.
Ooh, yes, Sunny Boy. Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is Shiroi Suna no Aquatope.
Shiroi Sunai. Don't know that.
And that's number 10.
The Aquatope on White Sand. That's the translation, apparently.
Well done to them.
But I don't know anything about this one.
Then, there's some thumbnails you see and you're like, I'm not watching it. This one is one of them. The name of this one is Jai-sama wa Kujekenai.
Well, this one, the great Jahi will not be defeated. Apparently.
It's one of those ones I'm not going to touch because I just look at this thing.
It has a picture of a cat girl.
And then other girls at the back, and it just looks like something that is going to be quite etchy. so you just don't touch it with any flagpoles. Excuse me.
I'm not even. Yeah. Ew. Oh, nice.
That took a second for it to catch you, right? You're like,
I mean, I didn't know you were taking it there. Yeah, it took a bit. Yeah.
Then there's another one. This one doesn't look bad in the way it looks, but then there's a lot of girls around one guy, so I don't think I'm going to be interested in it as well. It's called Sere Gensoki. Sere Gensoki.
Based on how you said that, it's hard for me to Google.
Sere. Sere.
S-E-I-R. Yeah. If any of the images I'm seeing are right, doesn't.
Yeah, that's why I said it looks like a lot. It looks like there's going to be a lot of. I mean, maybe there could be fights, but it looks like it's going to be so romantic.
But it looks like a lot of. And no, I don't even know if it's romantic.
There's going to be those. It's going to be those annoying.
There's going to be a lot of something summer.
And then it's going to be all those annoying girls holding hands moments.
Holding hands. Holier than thou, you know. And then they'll be saying, summer. I'm so sorry, but man,
It's
some
annoying.
of those voices, I'm
annoying.
like, are you trying to are you trying to be in communication with animals around or something that you are so high pitched? But anyway, carry on.
Then number 13 is Pitch Boy Riverside. I feel like Pitch Boy Riverside should be higher because I've watched it and then I'll tell you what happened, but don't worry. Pitch Boy Riverside, number 13.
I haven't watched the latest.
I watched up to the latest. And then the next one, which I'm watching as well, is another isekai, but I'm enjoying it. Suki ga Michibuki Isekai Douchu. So that one, the actual name is the real name is, I know it's I just watched the new episode recently, and that one real name is
Actually haven't seen.
It's called, the real name is Shukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. That's the real name. That's the other name.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Then there's another one, that's number 15, is Shinigami Bochan Tsukuro Maid. No.
Shinigami Bochan
Tsukuro Maid. Then number 16 is Remain, which I am going to throw away very soon. I've already thrown it away. Then,
oh my goodness. Remain, eh? Anyway, carry on.
Then
Carry on.
number 17 is Uramachi Onisan. Already from the name, I'm not going to watch it. The moment you put Onisan,
Because of the Onisan,
you're like, don't touch it with anything around you. Then another one, which is one of those ones that I mentioned in the last episode, which is Megami Roi no Kyobu no Ryobu.
Oh, I've heard of this Onisan one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think somebody was talking about it. I can't remember what they said. I think there was something. Yeah, don't worry, go on.
Yeah, then this next one, I'm not going to watch it as well. It's ecchi and it's complete ecchi, like.
No, what did you say after this life lessons?
Which is number 18. Number 18 is Megami Roi no Ryobukun. Is the one that the boy becomes a house mother or den mother or whatever.
Oh, that one you told me. Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about that.
Don't watch it unless you just want to see things open up for no reason and just open up plap in your face, and it's quite plap in your face. Yeah. And then,
you didn't do the blah 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 blah. Normally, when you want to say something, you're blah 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 blah.
It doesn't have blah 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 blah. It's just coming out blah 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 everywhere.
Blah 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 blah.
Then the next one is Make You Black Company. Now I'll get back to it. This is number 19.
Okay.
So then number 20 is, which I'm watching, Hey Don't Say That No Idaten Tachi. Actually enjoying it as well.
Very.
The other name is because I just watched the recent episode this morning. The other name is Idaten Date is Only Peace. That's the actual name. The thumbnail they use, it looks like raw, but it's not at all. Like it's not. The drawing is completely different. But I'll get back to
What
that.
did you call it again? Idachi something.
The Idaten deities know only peace.
Oh, did you say you've seen it already?
Yeah, I'm up to date.
Was there something to do with rape in there?
With what?
Was there anything rape or anything
No,
like
no,
where
no.
people attacked? No.
No.
Because I heard of one of that anime that had something to do with some civilization or something, and they're trying to rebuild it, but then there's some rape thing that happened, and then the rape thing is seen was not very
No.
tasteful at all. Like it
No.
was done very poorly. So
No.
okay.
No. This
I
is
don't remember the
nothing.
name of that.
There's
Go on.
nothing on that one. And that's number 2. That's number 20. But I'm going to go to 25 for a reason because there's some that I'm seeing in there that I'm watching as well, and it would be nice to mention. Okay, I won't go to number 2. I'll just pick them. Number 30 is Nighthead 2 2041. I'm not watching it, but I saw it and I thought it's going to be interesting. Then I realized that it's a remake of the old one, which I went to go and watch the old one, and I was like, it's a bit slow.
What did you call it again?
It's Nighthead. That's what it's called, Nighthead. But this one is 2041, so they are doing a remake. I don't think anybody should
Nighthead.
don't really bother
Never
yourself.
even heard of it.
Don't really bother yourself watching it like that. It's just number 30. Then number 20, number 24 is is that I'm standing on 100 live season 2. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
okay, for the people that wanted to hear me say it, 100 Man no, Inochi no, You, Ni, Orewa, Taiteru, second season. There you go. And then number 22, which I believe is an absolute must watch. So now I'm going to start going into the ones I'm watching. So, which is Deate 5 Bio de Battle. So,
What?
now the other name is the name I know it as is 5 second battle or something like that. 5 second, but let me be sure. Yes, battle game in 5 seconds. Now, battle game in 5 seconds. I didn't. It's quite interesting because it's going to be a little bit different because there's going to be some brain to it, but there's fights as well. Now it's like a group of people were captured. They died or something like that. But they didn't die in normal. Some of them did not die in normal circumstances. Some of them were killed or whatever. But you don't know whether they were killed. You don't know whether they were killed or not. But basically, they've been all kidnapped. Let's put it like that. And they've been taken and put like these cuffs on them. And it's cuffs the cuffs, they're all now given abilities. And they are told they have to fight each other at different, or do different tasks at different times. So,
Quick question. Is there I'm mixing all sorts of things. Is there anybody in this that apparently his ability is dependent on what you think
that's
he
the
has?
one. That's the one.
Okay.
So
yes.
I'm enjoying it. It's actually very, very good. So I'm up to date with it. It's very, very good. So I'm not going to give too much out of that because it's good for everybody to this thing. The other one is the detective is already dead. I fell on this because I finished watching battle games. So I was like, what's there? And I was looking at, I saw detective name. I said, should I? So I clicked on it, started watching it, and I'm like, interesting. The main character is a guy, but the main character it looked like it was the guy. Then it now looked like it was the girl, but I think it's really the guy. The only thing about it is that maybe because of the detective thing and their mix, there are going to be a little bit of weirdness, like some stories that you don't care about, like maybe the way some characters are too they have a lot of, like, maybe there's one idol they were going to help, so she's too idol-y, like no, so it's so it's going to be one of those ones. But if it wasn't that slightly annoying, but not that annoying. But then again, outside of that, the first fight scene I saw in the beginning was like, okay, there's a little bit of stuff that is going on, and it has some Sherlock Holmes thing to it where you have to use they will now explain the person will explain how they got to this thinking and stuff like that. Then it's also a little bit supernatural. So there's some supernatural aspect to it that is not so I won't call it supernatural, I'll call it more scientific than supernatural. Then the next one out of that list that currently watching up to date with is Spirit Chronicles. Oh, I didn't mention no. With Spirit Chronicles, the one that I said is that one that I don't
You
know.
said the Spirit Chronicles. There's something that had translation added to it as Spirit Chronicles.
Maybe Spirit Chronicles is that one that I said is nasty, but from the
I think
thumbnail
so.
because I did not know it was Spirit Chronicles, but I'm actually watching Spirit Chronicles.
Oh, look at you judging yourself technically. And you're like, ew, but alas, you're actually watching it.
Yes, it is. Oh, it's the same thing.
Oh, that's funny.
That Sere Kensoki is Spirit Chronicles.
Yeah, you see?
But when I was watching it, it's not the horrible thing that I saw in that picture
In the thumbnail.
because
Well, you see, that's why sometimes thumbnails vary. And and titles too. They have some weird ass titles that hide lovely gems as well.
So I'm sorry, Sere Gonsoki, which aka is Spirit Chronicles. Spirit Chronicles is actually good. It's about a boy that is in Isekai as well. So he came back into life inside another body, but he's a bit very, very strong and stuff like that. And he ended up he's strong, but he had to grow up and stuff like that, and he's ending up to try and survive something. But there might be some kind of slight Oni-chan aspect to it at some points, which can be quite Oni-chan. I'm not really interested in hearing all of that, but still, and there might be some kind of women's servitude that I'm not so sure I'm a fan of. So might be not so sure, but it seems likely that it's going because he's the guy, and you know how those things can happen.
Oh, yes.
But there is not etchiness in that aspect of fall down and next thing your pants is just the one that you fall down and then you're scared to do like this at the back and then you're like
course.
So but so it's something you can watch. The next one is this the Moonlight Fantasy. Now this Moonlight Fantasy, I like it because it's also an isekai, but at the same time this guy is OP, like he's overpowered. And then he has overpowered two beings that have now joined him, and now like they are now serving him. But he has to navigate this world and stuff like that. So we don't know what the story is, but right now it's just a random overpowered story of the guy just this thing. So it can be it's interesting, but it's not like whoa, the story is so good and stuff like that. The best so far out of all of them has been Battle Game. And then Peach Boy, which I'm going to get to. The other one is that the one I told, the Idaten. Now the Idaten one, I found it quite interesting because the drawing is absolutely different from what you think. It's a little bit more sketchy than super finely drawn and stuff like that. Now the Idaten,
I saw a bit of a thumbnail when you mentioned it.
The Idatens are gods. And then they are gods and then they are demons. Now the gods have been the main Idaten, the gods sealed away demons for like 800 years and there've been no demon for a while. So now the gods all just pop out from one planet, and then there's the strongest god at the moment, which is a small lady, and the way they train is to beat each other. So she beats them up, and that's how they learn, literally, like kills them every time in a sense. So. And but now demons are coming back, and so demons want to start trying to fight the gods or try to take over because demons are coming back. And so the fight scenes are actually, they're quite like it's quite fights, and it can be not too Dragon Ball in the colorful aspect, but powerful. It's gods fighting, so it's quite, they move at super fast speeds and stuff like that. Enjoying it as well. Then the last one, which is Peach Boy, I think I'm watching. Because I'm not even going to talk about Remain. The last one, which is
we've mentioned Remain before anyway, but
so be happy with that one.
At most, you can only say going off it for whatever reason.
But so the last one, which is Peach Boy, I'm watching now. Peach Boy started out well for me, then it dropped off. I was like, what is going on? Because I didn't understand where they were going with this story.
What was the point? There was no story other than suddenly they show sudden violence. Then the story is just
reaching the last two episodes,
the most recent one.
the last 2 episodes, they've kind of made you understand the plot.
Oh, so when they were telling the story of how she got to that point?
The past, but then they're still telling more stories. So the other guy, they're still telling the story of him as well. So
about the Mikoto guy or whatever.
So they are doing storytelling in between. But
because you just burped into your words.
Did it come out?
Yes, it did. Yes, and you were trying to just skate by. That's why I was like laughing.
I thought it was disguised well enough in my speech. And I was like, what are you talking about? What did you catch me doing? You didn't catch me doing.
That's why I called your attention. We might as well deal with it now for them to just say it. But anyway, go on.
I apologize, my people. I apologize. It was supposed to be this. It was supposed to be subtle because I thought I spoke loud enough that nobody like, bruh, here we go. But anyways, I think
you like the story. Okay, so you like hers as well because I didn't fancy.
I don't care about her.
I don't think there was this. Thank you.
I don't care about her.
Her suddenly saying I want to go on a trip. None of that made sense to me.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. But I started seeing their pattern. They are telling. So they are obviously, we now know that they tell a story while they are telling the future. So they go past and future a lot. So now what they are doing is that they're leading you up to moments. So it's like, when in the second episode or third episode, they kind of just all of a sudden jump into the moment that they are saying, they just jump into the moment they're in a different city. You're like, how did you get to this city? Didn't they just destroy that city in the first episode? Why are we here already? And stuff like that. And then, but now they're not telling the story of some things that, like, so they stopped at that city. Then the last thing we saw was that she was her friend or the one she's chasing is saying join me. Then the other man is saying join me. Next thing they started telling the whole different story. Like, so they do a lot of plot jumping or story jumping. But what is happening is that they're not leading us back to that moment, because in this last episode they're kind of leading us back to that moment. They are giving snippets and bits. So I think depending on how well they continue this, they'll be able to, tell the story where justify it. So yeah, that's. I
hope so, because I'm still watching, but so far it's the plot is lacking for me so far. But yeah, other than the sudden action, which is not enough either, but they just use it to like wet your taste buds, then move on. So that's not enough, and I still don't get the point of the sudden her feeling like she's attacked by octopuses out of the blue, like that, especially that first one where they suddenly showed that she was naked, octopus all over. It makes no sense. It seemed like they just wanted to show small etchy and they put it there because I didn't see the point, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens then. That's the last of what you're watching. Yeah, okay. As for me, I haven't done a deep dive like that into watching stuff. I don't think I'll have a lot, but I'm interested in the 5-second one. As you are the second person I'm hearing it
it's
from.
The best out of all of them.
Yeah, the second person I'm hearing it from, so I will check that. I'm also watching Peach Boy, obviously.
I tried one.
I don't know.
One episode
yet.
or two
I might
episodes
still
of Peach Boy, but I was like
of Peach Boy. Oh, yeah. With Remain, I might still wait till they have a proper match and see how I feel about the actual match action. If it's still not doing anything, then no, because the rest of the light stuff, the communication amongst the boys is just kind of annoying. Yeah, and they're doing, it's a bit annoying, and they're doing a bit of this thing where they're just all, I don't know, something about it is kind of annoying.
Something is off.
Anyway, yeah. So, but honestly, at this point, I think I'd rather watch Remain than watch. I'm taking a break, guys. Before I go into that, actually, I am watching Sonny Boy. I'm not up to date. I'm missing the most recent 2 episodes. But I'm interested in the idea, the concept. So that I'm curious about it. The fact that the reality they are in keeps changing and the rules keep changing and people have different abilities in these worlds and that affects what they're doing. And it's like it has a bit of this what's that popular book about something Fireflies. That thing that tells you the story of kids who of the group. You see who the leader becomes, who this the helper becomes. What's that book? What's that thing?
I can't remember the name, but I know it.
Yeah. Anyway, Lord of the Flies.
Yes.
Lord of the Flies. It has that kind of feel to it, and the drawing is different as well. It's a bit different from your typical stuff. So I like that. I like the animation in there. So aside from that, as I mentioned, I am just starting Remake Our Lives. The idea caught my attention since summer started, but I hadn't given it a shot until this week. And I've only watched the first episode. First episode is about 50 something minutes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like 2 in 1. But I like the idea because it has that real life feel to it, because it's this guy who is like 28. Again, I like the fact that they're older. This who's like 28 and then goes back in time 10 years earlier, and he's back to uni as well, not high school. So I'm interested in that aspect of it. The only thing I've seen so far that I didn't like is the typical trope of he's sleeping, he wakes up, there's a girl he didn't know sleeping next to him. Then the girl wakes up, is it marrying yet? And then she's looking at him, then she's coming close to him because she wants to take something, but it looks like it's that seductive crawl towards him, and he's thinking, whoa, what's happening? And she takes a drink, she starts drinking it a few drops. I'm like, I don't like that trope. That's the Remake Our Lives. Just if you Google Remake Our Lives. So that little trope happened in between. I didn't like that, but other than that, so far the rest of it is fine by me. Is okay. That part is just where they threw in all that rubbish, and I'm like, really? And then to make things worse, in that same moment, she wants to get up, she slips and lands in the middle of his leg, and I'm like, oh, come on, people. Really? When does this ever happen?
When does this happen? I think we need to,
like,
we're going to talk
it's
about
ridiculous.
We're going to talk about this whole, when does this thing happen? Let's be honest.
Never is the answer. Who do you know that has told you, I wanted to get up, I was sitting by someone, I slipped, I fell, I landed in his crotch? Like, what? Anyway, so aside from that moment, the rest of it is fine so far. I'm interested to see how it goes. Yeah. And then Tokyo Revengers is not summer, obviously, but it's continuing. But guys, I've been ranting to Furu about Tokyo Revenger. It has been, I know people like it, but for me, I don't know, I'm having problems with the point of it all. The point of their gangs, the point of what are you getting to? The shifting of goalposts, that okay, how do we keep her from dying? What is the new thing? Now I'm going to become the head. No, now it is this one. Oh, this one has moved to this gang. Oh, if you don't bring him back, I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, why would I ever want to remain in this group? What am I getting from being here with you guys? Everything that keeps annoying me. Their motivations are stupid.
I think that's the most annoying thing for me as well, because I just hate the fact that the goalpost is shifting. And I think that's one thing that any anime that does, any movie, TV, anime that does, because I know that shifting the goalpost is an art that TV shows, animes, all these things, they do to keep you interested.
You have to do it
but
well.
It's an art. It's about shifting it enough to keep the person invested. These guys are shifting it every flipping episode. Like, literally, every episode the goalpost shifts. You cannot keep shifting the goalposts like that. I'm not going to, because I need to see the end. There is a difference between keeping shifting the goalpost and having a cliffhanger. Shift the goalpost.
And yes,
there's a whole difference.
And the bad thing,
you shift the goalpost, and then we know that okay, this is I'll do. Shifting the goalpost like that, your boss will tell you when you hit 100, I'm going to pay you your this thing. You now hit 100. They'll say no, it's 105. You now hit 105. No, it's 110. We know. But if you told me that we don't know that this is going to solve this thing, so we are trying to explore the different avenues to try and save her. So it's not like he goes back and does this thing and then she's saved. It is that, we don't know what actually kills her. So please, let's keep going back to investigate why she is dead. Let's investigate. So it now turns to an investigation piece. I mean, come on, Erased is the same thing. Literally.
Exactly.
Erased is the same thing, but Erased did not save the goalpost because all the guy was trying to figure out is how to save her. Not that if he
and
does
investigating different things, what was happening.
Exactly. Not that if he does
this person
she's
is lonely.
Going to save. So he kept trying different avenues, and then she wasn't saved every time. So every time he kept trying different avenues until he found the way to actually save her, and then he did. Now, this is basically a copy of it, just in a different light. Now, instead of them doing that, they now said, every time they tell us this is the goal, when you do this, you will succeed. He does it. Some other goal is reinvented. He does that. Some other goal is reinvented. And I just got pissed off with it and I fell off. And that's when I just left.
Absolutely. And the worst part with theirs is that first time where we thought he's done it, he saved her. They literally could have, and that was around the usual 12, 13 episode mark. They literally could have ended the show there. That was what we were expecting. That makes it worse because that's what we were expecting.
That's when I ended it. That's where I stopped.
Yeah.
Episode
so
12.
when we now saw goalpost, bam, we just thought, you know what? Bye. And me, I was still saying, okay, maybe let's see how it goes. But it's irritating me. Other than shifting goalposts, there are so many other things that are just irritating me about it. And I'm like, Uforo had to tell me that, you know what? You are suffering yourself. And I was like, you know what? I am. Enough is enough.
Pure torture.
We are taking a break.
Pure torture. Pure torture.
Yeah, so that's it.
Anyways, bring us
writers.
And I think we should
just pick an anime.
That's what I want to say. I think we should pick one of the new animes that we want someone to watch, and each other to watch.
Oh,
as I was feeling.
That
like,
is.
It's a difficult one.
We can, but it's hard because we can't put our backs. Like we can't back it up.
No,
properly.
but it's good to back something
it's
up.
Very.
It's good to back a new thing up and just say, I'm throwing my hat in this ring for now. I mean, we throw our. Let's
Fair
see how
enough.
it goes. Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
I've seen a couple. So yeah,
yes.
I'm throwing my hat in the battle in the 5-second battle game. Throw my hat there. That's what I'm throwing my hat in.
Of course, that's what you're going to pick. That's what you've enjoyed the most. This is hard for me because.
Well, you can go.
I'm not doing pitch.
You can go a season back, if you want. So you don't need to stay in the new season.
Even that doesn't help because there are some things I haven't fully fleshed out. Season back. Yeah, no, even that doesn't work. You know what? Okay, from summer, I haven't seen enough of that remake. I may have gone for the remake Our Lives, but I haven't seen enough of it. I'll probably go for Sonny Boy. It is the most intriguing for me so far. The most interesting. Because you fully grasp what is even happening yet. So Sonny Boy is it for me, and I like the animation style. So
makes sense.
Yeah. Sonny Boy is my backing.
So we're just putting our backs to the new ones and let's see how they develop. Maybe in the next couple of episodes we'll come and say, God damn it, I hate it. Like how we are hating. I mean, I remember when we were singing, wow, this is a new concept of anime. This one that these guys are doing. No, we didn't sing it like this the way I'm doing. I'm overdoing it, but this stupid biker one that we're like, oh, this is not bad.
Oh, Lord.
We know we did sing a little bit for it. We're like
the idea, we did when we had heard what the story was going to be.
And we started watching it and we're like, it's not so bad. I mean, though the guy is a little bit washy crying and stuff, but we're like, it's not so bad.
That was annoying me.
But then now it's like, nope. Throw it away. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of our podcast. So
thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, follow, tell your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your baby. You're so random. I don't know why this guy is etching me right now. He's doing some very etchy things. Okay?
I fell down. Then my pants came off from my skirts.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.